Hello, you beautiful people out there. What is going on? This is your friend Britik coming at you fast with a Paragon build video, and this one is a highly requested one that I decided to do right on the spot. Now, we did get a new hero announced yesterday. I will make a video on this most likely tomorrow, like I did with Greystone, so be anticipating that. But today, we're going to be looking at one of my favorite decks, and that is, of course, for my Space Rhino of sexiness, Grux. Now, a lot of people have been requesting to see this deck after seeing the intense gameplay that I posted yesterday, which you guys absolutely obliterated 100 likes in the first 24 hours. That's absolutely insane. Super crazy stuff. You guys are ridiculous, okay? That's all I'm going to say. You guys are ridiculous, all right? Let's go into this build. So, I used the same exact build, did not change. I used the same exact build in that gameplay, and I've been using the same exact build for a really, really long time now, actually. Ever since probably V27. So it works, man. It works. It's Britik's build, so to speak. It's the one that I use currently. It might not be the best build. It might not be the most optimal build, but it works really well for me, and a lot of you guys requested it, so here it is. So usually what I have the prime card of Centurion on, which is really interesting. A lot of people think that Grux is a fighter and that he should have Warlord on, and Warlord is good on Grux, but with this deck, I build him usually with survivability and around team play. I usually choose Grux when I'm playing with other people that I know, or when I'm playing with a very good team comp in a very team-based environment, because Grux is a pretty good team player with his pull and his AoE stun that comes from his ult. He's pretty darn good at crowd control and also a good balance at dealing damage and weeding out rangers, which is really important in a team fight. And his survivability is really important to have as well, because you want him around a lot for his crowd control, for his crowd control and his weeding ability. So that's why we have the Centurion Prime card, which will give you an extra 1,000 health when you have that, instead of the Warlord. I just found this to be more useful in team fight situations. But at the same time, Grux is really good at solo play as well, especially in the beginning of the game, and we'll go into that. So I start off usually with a health potion and then an executioner's key. Now this executioner's key gives me extra damage off the start, it gives me more crit chance off the start, and it gives me 2 charges that are 3 seconds each when it comes to planting harvesters. This helps you get your harvesters out quick and efficiently in the beginning of the game. No single harvester key nonsense. You just straight up get into your harvesters and go. And this gives you the same amount of damage as a strike token would, plus a regular harvester key, except it gives you double harvester keys, which is nice. Now you could also try doing Stalkers Key. I still have Stalkers Key in this deck because I used it before the nerf on Stalkers Key. Actually, I clicked the wrong thing. Stalkers Key used to do 50% bonus damage against jungle minions. This would help out a lot. Now it gives you plus 8 health back on hit. I probably wouldn't even use this anymore, with Grux at least. It's good for some junglers like Kalari, but nobody uses Kalari right now anyway, so nobody cares. So, yeah, I would just stick with Executioner's Key. I still have Stalker's Key in there just in case if I want to test it out some more, but usually I just go with the Health Pot Executioner Key combo, because you can use your Health Pot after getting a successful gank in the beginning, which with the Grux pull is really, really good. The next card I go into, of course, is Brawlers Ward. You always got to ward up. And then with Brawlers Ward, I go into 3 minor strikes. As you see here, all 3 of my minor strikes have been used in my deck because all 3 of them are going to go into Brawlers Ward. This is going to give me my damage bonus in the beginning, and it's just going to be way, way easier. You could also go Guardians Ward if you want, but I still don't have Guardians Ward, so I use Brawlers Ward instead. Gives me a little bit of extra mana too, which is always nice, especially for Grux's pull and other abilities that he needs to use to burst people in a fight. So, pretty useful indeed. My next card that I go with is Flashfire Piston. Okay, this is going to give us damage and attack speed, and I actually slot this with 2 Kinetics. Okay, 2 regular Kinetics and 1 major strike. Alright, this is to balance out the 2-point cost for this card. So that's going to be a total of 9 points, including the card itself, because that's going to be 3 from Major Strike and 4 from the 2 Kinetics. So that is the next card that I build. Then after that, I go Windcarver Blade for more attack damage and more attack speed, and I build this with 3 regular strikes, okay, just to deal more damage and to get that bonus at the end, which gives more attack damage and attack speed. So I usually focus more damage than attack speed in this build, but attack speed is really useful on Grux as well, because it helps you hit the enemy more and just be more of a nuisance. You know, attack speed scales better later game than damage does, so you do want some attack speed in your build. You always want some variety, okay? So then after that, if I'm going to build my deck with a bit more survivability, I'm going to go with Thirstfang. Yes, even though lifesteal was nerfed, I'm still going to go with Thirstfang, okay? Now, if I feel like I'm really far ahead and the other team is just getting pounded on and I'm just on a hot streak, then I'm going to go with Rustbreaker. I'm going to deal more damage. I'm going to go with Rustbreaker. I'm going to go 3 major strikes up in this Rustbreaker, okay, for some pen and some damage. But usually, whoops, I'm pressing all kinds of buttons. Usually, if I want more survivability, I'm going to go with Thirstfang and build a little bit of lifesteal with them. So I'm going to go with 2 greater drains and 1 strike. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit of lifesteal, and I'm going to do some damage because Thirstfang gives you damage and it gives you lifesteal bonus at the end. So basically, you're going to end up with 15, and then you're going to end up with 25 lifesteal, which is pretty decent. Okay, that's a quarter of the damage that you deal back to you as health, which is pretty nice. And then I'm going to go with another strike just to deal more damage, because we do want to have a good hybrid. We want to have a good mix between damage and sustainability. So this is your 4th card, okay? At this point, you can discard your key and your health pot in the beginning, because now you have sustainability in the sense of lifesteal, and you should be good. Plus, at this point, it's like 25 minutes into the game. You shouldn't even really be worried about harvesters anyway. Okay, harvesters are really an early game thing. And there we go. So now we have 2 more cards left. We have 24 more points to spend, and so that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go into a tempered plate, and we're going to go 1 greater health and 2 greater guards. Okay, this is where we start building tanky. This is where we build hybridy for late game, because late game brawlers get, you know, their tables turned on them by the rangers. And now, especially more than ever, because of the nerf on the damage on the cards and the nerf on the attack speed on the cards, building resistance and building health is as viable as ever. So that's why 1 greater health, 2 greater guards is more than enough when it comes to resistance. And then health, you always want more health. It's always useful. And then same thing with the tuned barrier. You're going to want 1 greater health and 2 greater barriers. And that's going to cap out your build at 60 card points. Now, I do have some extra temper plates and tuned barriers. That's just some extra stuff that I have in there. I honestly don't even need it anymore, because that's how I used to build my deck. I used to build it a little bit tanky in the beginning and then switched over to more offensive, but it just didn't end up working out. So we actually don't even need those extra tuned barriers and stuff. So I mean, there we go. That's pretty much all we really need when it comes to this build. So yeah, let's see what can we throw in there. I mean, I guess we can throw in a strike token in there for those people who really want one to be in there. These ones right here, like Zap Juice and Jungle Juice. I mean, Jungle Juice you can't even use with Grux. They're all right. I heard Bump Juice is pretty good. You guys can use Bump Juice as well instead of Health Potion if you'd like. But actually, Health Potion gives you back more health when it comes to over time, because it gives you 10 for 15 seconds, which is 150, and then you have 2 charges of that, so that's 300 total health, whereas Bump Juice does like 85 or something per charge, and you only have 2 charges. So a health pot does end up giving you more health, and if you're just chilling in the jungle, you're not in the middle of a fight, you don't really have to worry about it that much, so you're pretty good with that. So that's about it. That's my build right there for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I think I'm just going to start calling this Britik builds, because Grux is one of my mains. Okay, he is a hero that I play a lot. You guys can check my agora.gg on him. I have a 66% win ratio with him. That is the highest out of all of my heroes. I love Grux. He is super awesome. I might do a couple more updated builds just for now on heroes that I do play a lot. You know, I started playing Chimera way more. I played Rampage way more, but I mean, he just got nerfed, so I don't know if I'm going to keep playing him. Steel, I mastered Steel, so I might make a deck on Steel. We'll see how that goes, but for now, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like. This was a requested video. Hopefully this helped you guys out, and hopefully this will get you guys some more wins out there in Agora. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, make sure y'all have a wonderful day.